I'm gonna share with you guys a relationship hack that I employ in my relationship with my beautiful woman to keep the relationship having this sense of novelty about it, to keep it feeling fresh, to keep it feeling new, to not take anything for granted, to feel this same feeling that you felt when you first got in a relationship the first time. You know, that feeling, butterflies in your stomach, excitement, and this novelty about it. Like everything is new, you're kissing for the first time, you're touching for the first time. And this not only to keep the relationship having that sense of novelty, that sense of newness about it, but it is also to keep you two in a relationship feeling connected to your Tao, to your higher calling, uh, which reflects on the relationship itself. Now, let me share this hack with you, and you'll begin to understand how powerful and how beneficial this can be in any relationship. The hack is simply on the weekends, we spend the days and the nights alone. Okay? So, usually this happens on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it's subject to moving. Sometimes it moves a day ahead, a day later, sometimes there's a day added. Depending week by week, we take it week by week, but generally speaking, the template is that we do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So starting from Friday in the afternoon, until Monday morning, noon. So about 3 days. We spend those days and nights alone, and in fact, we don't speak. So we observe silence. So we speak in these cute little papers, right? I got one yesterday. Miranda made me watermelon juice. So look at how beautiful this note is. See all these hearts, and it's really nice. So we can get through these old school, through these papers, right? We put them through the door because I'm in this cabin, right? Miranda's in the other cabin, and in fact, today is one of those days. Okay, so we observe silence. We just speak in these cute little papers, and we don't do any physical contact or anything like that. I sleep here. I spend my days doing whatever I do. She sleeps over there. She spends her days doing whatever she does. And this was the child of my silent retreat, which I've done for 4 days. When I came out of it, I said, you know what? I want to have something like that. I'm not doing a silent retreat, okay? I'm using my phone. I'm using technology. I'm using the internet, right? If I go out and I see somebody that I know, I speak to them. So it's not a silent retreat, but I wanted some form of it, because what had happened after the silent retreat it was incredibly beneficial for me, but it was incredibly beneficial for her as well, because she also spent time on her own. But something interesting happened between us where we've been together now 10 months, where we had felt after a silent retreat that we're touching each other for the first time, that we are kissing each other for the first time, and it was really beautiful feeling. So for this and many reasons, I thought maybe it's a good idea to do some form of not silent retreat, but some form of a silent retreat. Okay, not exactly, but some form of it on a weekly basis, where we get to spend time alone, we get to connect with ourselves, we get to do whatever it is that we want to do. For example, at this moment, there are certain days Miranda likes to stay up. I always like to sleep early, right? So on those days where we're spending time alone, she stays up, does her thing, does her thing, and I sleep early, and I wake up early, and I do my thing. And then on the days where we're together, we sleep at the same time, and we just kind of spend those days and those evenings together, and those nights we sleep together. And it's a really beautiful, beneficial arrangement that we've been doing it now for a little over a month, maybe 4 or 5 weekends, maybe we're on the 6th, I'm not so sure. Really beautiful, because we really miss each other, okay? We really miss each other. When we see each other, I mean, it really, I'm not exaggerating. It is a lot like seeing each other for the first time, okay? When I first day I saw Miranda, she was wearing this beautiful beach dress, and I tell her, uh, on the first day we come back to see each other, which would be a Monday or a Tuesday, depending. Uh, I want you to wear the beach dress, okay? And when I touch her, when I kiss her, when I feel her, it's like the first time. And I always take her on a date on the first day, okay? Usually it's coconuts, but we just discovered this beautiful place called Juice Factory, so we go have some juices and raw meals, and it feels like the first time, really, because we don't see each other, we don't speak to each other, we don't touch each other for like 3 of the 7 days of the week, okay? We come back really missing each other, and we come back also feeling good about ourselves because we connect to ourselves, we connect to, for instance, I like to do some fasting on those days, right? So currently I'm doing a dry fast. She likes to do other things with her time. She likes to draw. She likes to be creative. She likes to journal. Okay, she likes to do like her own thing. So we come back feeling great, elevated, in our zone, aligned with our Tao, and that reflects on our relationship. So it's really beautiful when we spend those 4 days. We spend a lot of them together, right? We spend all evening, all night. We sleep together, and even during the day we spend the day. Most of the day, usually we spend it together, and we both want it because we both have done our thing. I make my videos on the weekends also, so that I'm kind of like just available, free, present for her fully, and she does the same thing. So it's a really beautiful arrangement that I guess we stumbled upon by accident, right? We stumbled upon it by accident. We try it out and we like it. We really like it, and it gives us both our space. So it gives us our space to be alone, and that paradoxically makes the being together so ecstatic. All right, I think every human loves to have their own space, their own solitude, no matter what. I think every human on this planet, I think every single person in any relationship secretly wishes for some time alone. Sometime, maybe a day of the week, just alone, just totally alone, right? Having their own space. So, yeah, it really, I can go on and on here about how we miss each other and the things we do to each other on those days that we see each other, and we are spending together. So, I think you understand what I'm saying here. It's a really beautiful arrangement. Okay, if you're in a relationship and you feel like maybe something is you could do a little thing here, maybe you've been together for 3-4 years and it's just getting maybe a little boring. Maybe you're taking it for granted. I mean, nothing is ever boring if you see it with new eyes. But of course, if you're with a certain person 24/7, you might start to take things for granted, thus creating the perceived boredom. But if you are allowing yourself to see things as a child, as for the first time, something like spending a portion of the week alone could really do wonders for your relationship. Okay, maybe you stop to take each other for granted so much. And then it's really a paradox, It's like the more we're spending time alone, the more we want to be together. And the more we are together, the more we want to spend time alone. It's a really paradox. Okay, so we stumbled upon this arrangement by accident. We both really big fans of it. We really love it, and we incorporated it in our life, and it really is amazing. It really is amazing. 3 days is a good amount of time to connect with yourself, to go into your man cave, into your woman cave. All right, and then there's this beautiful book called The Celestine Prophecy. And in the book, there's this man and a woman. They fall in love with each other, and they start kissing. And of course, things are getting heated. But then there's like these elders, these wise people. They realize, of course, that there is a great deal of sexual tension and loving energy flowing between them. They say, no, you and you are not gonna get together. And of course, they're like baffled. Like they're younger, the man and the woman, they're younger, and they're baffled. They're like, but we love each other. They're like, no, you're not ready yet. because both of you are gonna get addicted on each other, and you're gonna start to want to suck energy from each other in the name of love. You two need to keep your connection with the spirit, with the divine love, with the divine wisdom, with the spirit, with the force, with the Tao. You need to keep it plugged first. You need to realize the source of energy is the Tao, is the force. It isn't you. You two are not your own source of energy. You're sharing. You're coming together in an act of sharing. And they didn't let them get together until they mastered their energies, until they've done enough work on themselves, enough solitude, enough connecting, enough connecting, whether that's through journaling. Miranda likes to journal a lot, right? I like to make videos, and I like to do some fasting, and so, you know, these things I like to do them on my own. I like to, you know, have that experience in my man cave. She likes to have that experience in her woman cave. And so yeah, so we connect to the force that way. We connect to spirit. We keep our connection there. Then when we come together, we share all this love, all this beauty, all these things, this connection to the force, and it's really beautiful. It's a coming together to share, not to take energy from each other, not to I need you, you need me. It keeps that feeling of dependency and need at bay. All right. So I wanted to share this with you guys because it really is doing amazing things to our relationship, and it really keeps it spicy. Okay, it really keeps it spicy. And yeah, just an idea out there. I know it's a very unconventional thing to do. You know, it is an unconventional thing, right? Like, from most people be like, well, no, something's wrong in your relationship, you know? Why don't you want to be together for 3 of 7 days of the week? It's like, no, that's like, it's an unconventional arrangement, but, you know, when you try it out and both of you understand what's going on, you know, it's really beautiful. So yeah, just wanted to put it out there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Wishing you all the best in your relationship, and wishing you all the best in your life. And I wish all the best to also all Patreons and our donors and supporters through Patreon or through PayPal. We do one-time donations as well. If you'd like to donate, one-time donations down below in the description. I do one-on-one consultations if you want to talk about anything. And until next time, may the force be with you.